All right, so let me ask you everybody here a question. How do you think your business would change if you were converting 400% more of your leads to closed transactions? Now, obviously your answers would be it would change pretty dramatically, right? 400% more leads to closed transactions would result in at least a 400% increase in your income. Reality, probably even more. But it's actually not that hard to believe, and it's not that hard to accomplish a 400% increase. Now, to do so, the secret really is three parts. And what we're going to do here in sort of a quick training is go through the three components of increasing your conversion rates by 400%. And we're going to go through what are the key factors in doing so. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what my team uses and what our system is to get our conversion rates well over 300%, very close to 400% higher than the average real estate agent. So first, let's touch on a few myths. When you talk about lead conversion, I've talked to a lot of agents who think that they have a great script that they're going to have really high conversion rates. And having a great script is certainly a component to having success, but it's not enough. I know a lot of agents out there who think that if they just buy a lot of leads, well, then they're going to have a lot of closings, and that leads equal closings, and the more I spend, more leads I get, my business is going to increase. And there's a little bit of truth to that, certainly, that if you don't have any leads, you're not going to have closings. But I found that a lot of times that more leads agents have, actually, the lower the conversions rates are, and often they spend so much time spinning their wheels on and not converting that they're actually losing money by having more leads. If I just had more leads, I'd make more money. Kind of the same as above there, right? More leads does not equal more money, especially when you factor in the cost and time associated with generating leads. I've also heard many people tell me that, well, a lead is a lead, right? If it's a good lead, it's going to convert. If it's not, it's not. I've also heard that online leads or some different lead sources, maybe Craigslist, some different things that, well, that lead source, they're just not motivated buyers, right? And you just, online leads, you just can't convert, or Craigslist leads just can't convert, and that's absolutely not true. The method I'm going to show you here, our secret to converting 400% more leads than the average real estate agent, works for all lead sources and leads of all kinds. So let's dive right into it. The number one first key to success is speed. If you respond to leads faster, you're going to have a higher conversion rate. It's just that simple. Now, statistically, if you respond to a lead within the first 15 minutes, you're going to reach over 90% of those leads. But if you wait just 4 hours, you're going to convert less than 25%. Actually, I should say you're going to reach less than 25% of the people you call. Now, that's a drastic difference. That's 65%. That's almost 2/3 of the leads you're not going to reach if you just wait a few hours. That's why speed is just absolutely crucial in success with converting leads, especially with online leads. Number two is the script. So as I was talking about in the myths, the script is an important part of the process. It's not enough, but it is the second out of three keys to success. So you need to know, A, what do you say? What's your sort of your plan, your script before you make the call? But then also, how do you deviate or change that script based upon their circumstances or their situation? As an example, if you're talking to a buyer and it turns out they have a home to sell, how does your script change now? What questions must I ask? Every single time, what questions must I ask based upon their situation? A script can make a world of difference in the success in converting leads. The third major component is having a system. What is your conversion process now? What about your follow-up process? How are you tracking your leads? All three of these questions are crucial components of having a successful system. So overall, 1% of online leads are converted to closed transactions. That's just a national average based on all agents and all leads. Okay, so if you're an average agent right now, you're getting a 1% conversion rate. And typically that means you don't have a great system, you don't have a great script, and you're not following up on leads quickly. Now, if we take just one of those three components and we improve our script or say our speed, that can very easily get you to a 2% conversion rate. So if you respond to leads quickly but you still don't have a good script or a good system, you can hit that 2% plateau. Now, to hit 3%, you need to at least be very good on at least 2 of the 3 keys. So it might be that you respond to leads quickly, you have a great script, but you don't have a system to continue your follow-up and to convert your leads. Now, if you have a great script, a great system, and you're following up on leads very quickly, you can hit that 4%. And in my eyes, and from my experience, that 4% is a magic number where you're essentially printing money. If you can get to a 4% conversion rate, which is 400% higher than what the average real estate agent converts at, you're literally printing money. You can practically just decide how much money you want to make when you hit that conversion rate. It truly becomes that easy. So I'm going to walk you through here a little bit of how we work our leads and show you real hand some of our actual leads that have come through here today. So all right, you should be able to see my screen here, and I just pulled up some leads here right before I started this video from today. So you're going to see here this first lead, it was assigned immediately. And now this is the back end of our Prodigy technology, which is the technology we run all of our leads through. If you're not a client of ours, so you'll see here the first call was made within 12 minutes. So not quite as fast as I like, but still within that first 15 minutes. So called the lead within 12 minutes, which is why we set a buyer appointment. Okay, let's go to the next lead. All right, so our next lead here took 12 minutes to be assigned. There was no call made, but an email attempt was made within 19 minutes. And if I scroll down here, you can see that's because there's not a phone number. Now, most of our leads do come across with real phone numbers, but in this case it didn't. That's why you see it's marked X, so I know it's not a valid number, but an email was sent quickly. So that's the best you can do if there's no phone number, and obviously you need the system to continue the follow-up. Here we go, new lead. Called within 2 minutes, emailed within 3 minutes. That's exactly what we want to see. Okay. All right. Jump to the next lead here. Called within 8 minutes, emailed after 11 minutes. Exactly what we want to see. Speed, quickness. Let's see here. So it took 18 minutes to call them. Looked like they were emailed first. Typically always look for a call first, but it could have been maybe the agent was on a phone call when the lead came across, or when they saw it, so they sent an email while they were finishing up a call. But not quite that 15 minutes, but quickly, which is a good sign. So let me show you the calling here. So we talked about having a calling fast, and you can see that that's something we do within our team and why we have success, and we're just under that 4% conversion rate. Now, talk about script. So having a script is one thing, but you need to have that script available and make it easier to use your script than not to. So we build our scripts right into our technology here. So as you see here, pulls up her name, start my script. Hi, this is Don with DLP Realty. I see you're searching for homes in my area, and I was hoping to catch you while you were still on the site and point out a few unique features my clients really find beneficial. Would it be okay if I tell you a little bit more about these? Now, I see you're looking for properties in this area, this price range, so forth. And I can actually pull up and look at here. It shows me the last homes that this buyer looked at. So I can talk educated when I'm talking to him. Okay. The great thing about our site is we share what others won't. For example, we exclusively share where the home compares to others nearby in 12 critical areas, multiple pricing models, and trends, as well as supply and demand indicators. Now, are you looking for a place for yourself, or is this an investment property? Let's say she says herself. Great. Tell me a little bit about your situation. First-time home buyer. Okay, great. Again, my name's Don. Can I get yours? And obviously in this situation, I have the number, but sometimes it's not a bad thing just to verify that they're using a real number, especially if it looks a little strange, right? But it gets that comfort level, again, by giving my name first. Sounds simple, but these factors, these little differences within your script can make a dramatic difference in the success rate you have. Again, the script has variations based upon if they own, okay? Important questions to ask if they own a house. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that we found you the right home at the right price you would buy it today, and 1 being you'd still pass on it, where would you say you are? Very, very important question. What would it take to get you to a 10? So we continue through our script, make it very easy to get the questions answered, makes it very hard to skip over asking the questions. And believe it or not, just by having these questions in front of you will increase your probability of asking them, improve the probability of getting them answered, and ultimately converting that lead. So we have the script built in. Then we say, all right, well, it's great to have the script. It's great to have the speed. but I also need to make sure I have a system to continue this conversion process. So after I finish this call, I'm going to update the progression. So let's say I spoke to them and we set an appointment in my office. Okay. Now I'm going to log the call that I spoke with them. I set a buyer appointment, and I'm going to follow up again tomorrow just to confirm that appointment tomorrow morning. My goal is to confirm that buyer appointment, and now I just hit send. And that'll save everything, and now it's going to give me that alert to follow up with the lead tomorrow, and make sure that I don't drop the ball. So by having these three components here, I'm able to follow up the leads quickly. I'm able to make sure I'm following an excellent script, and that I have a system to continue to manage that process. And by doing so, like I said, you're almost able to print money. 400% increase in conversion rates means instead of converting 1 in 100 leads, you're converting 4 in 100 leads, which means 4 times the commission checks and 4 times the amount of money in your pocket. So hope everybody enjoyed that. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and go convert some leads. Have a good one. Bye-bye.